Alright, hey everybody. Today we're going to do a little reaction to Grayt Craps. Is dice control or influence possible? Well, control is not, as far as I know. I've never seen dice control. I've seen dice influence. And as you know, it is a passion of mine. That's probably why you're kind of tuning in to some of the things I do. But he's got an experiment here. And I want us to watch it. It's only about 9 minutes long, but I'm going to warn you now, if you've got some kind of problem that could occur medically with flashing lights, because this is all in slow motion. And so it's a very, very much a flickering of lights, that kind of thing, in the slow motion. So if that's the case, then don't watch this. But let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to move myself over here. As you're going to see, he will be putting himself, he's going to be sliding the dice off of the edge of the table. So let's find out if we've got some influence going on or not. See how this goes. There's your flickering lights. Got a 4-1-5. Again, these are all in slow motion. He did a lot of work to cut these down. Now you'll see they're pushing right off. Those came down, landed right on the edges, came back, 6-1-7. So he's doing his very best, he says, to give them an equal push. So if you'll notice, they're landing on their edge, away from the wall, coming back to the wall. Then back off, obviously. Ace deuce. So I guess ultimately the question is does this experiment show anything, right? Boom, back to the wall. A little bit, I saw a hard 10. Hard 4. This is only about a 9-minute video. Five, 4. 6-4. A lot of bouncing around. 6-2. So notice, as these are dropping down, they're going to land, I just almost can bet you they're going to land on the edge that's away from the wall, come back to the wall. Almost every one of these has. Boom, right there they go. A little bit of a rollout, ace deuce. One kind of bounced straight up, 5-3. Five, 1. Five, 3. A little bit of a large bounce on that last one. If you notice, that left die tends to want to just jump straight up a lot. Three, 2, 5. Loved that shot. 6-5, yo. All right, so on that last shot, Those did a really nice job of hitting and then coming right back into the wall and back down. You got a little bit of action off of them. Got a 6-5, one on axis, one off axis. Obviously you can see the 5's on top, 6 facing. 4's going out. He's using a traditional hard way set. I'm beginning to see influence. Are you? They kind of clanked into each other. There's another ace deuce. 4's on top, 2's facing. 5-3. Let's see if that's the same set we're going to get again. I may have been misreading the set. Four's on top, 2's facing. I may have been misreading the other sets. Boom. Oh, that one went the wrong way. All right, we got a rollout. We got a total random result. Total hard 4. We're about halfway through this. I want to watch the rest of them. 4's and 2's. Hard plays. Right into the wall. 12. So the question for you as a viewer have got to decide, are you seeing any kind of influence with this drop off the rail? Boom. No influence there. That's totally unlike any of the other tosses. Still got a 5-4-9. Oh, a little bit of wiggle at the top of that one. Another 6-5 yo. Right into the wall. 5-4-9. I'm seeing a lot of 5-4s. I am seeing a lot of 5-4s. Oh, off the wall. Didn't make it. Got a 1-3. Boom, into the wall, back down, scattered. 3-1-4. Seeing a lot of 1 die off axis or 5-4s, it seems like. Let's see what he tallies up at the end. 6-1, both die off axis. He's throwing 36 of these. And again, let me just say this. For those drop, he's only doing 36 roll-offs. It probably took him several hours. It probably took several hours for Grayt Craps to do this video because slow motion is painful. Editing slow motion is extremely painful, dull, and takes forever. So hats off to him for giving it the good old college try, I guess, as you would say. Let's see what these do. A little bit of everything on that drop. Ended up with a 5-3. So if you do 36, you would expect without influence, right? If it's all totally 100% random, that there would be some degree of normality in the results. A more even distribution of the numbers. Same set, trying to duplicate the same toss, same roll off of the rail. See what these do. Front, back to the wall, scatter around, 6-4. 4-2. Ooh, those look good. 4-2. Same result we just had on the previous. Boom, right back into the wall. Looks good. Got a little rollout this time. 6-5 yo, one die off axis. They kind of clang into each other a little bit. 3-1-4. Here comes the next slide. Boom, back into the wall. Not quite the same energy. Hard 4. Ace deuce again. I think that's about the third one we've had at least in this. That showed a lot of violence. 4-2. Left eye jumped straight up in the air that time. 6-1. Alright, let's pause this. I want to look. So we had 36 tosses. Ooh. 5-7-3. Hard 10. Hard 4. 9. 10. 8. 2. 8. 6. 8. 5-3. 5-1. 5-3. There's 3 5s in a row right there on the left die. Hard 8. 3-2-5. 6-5 yo. 2-1-3. 5-3-8. Hard 4. Then a 12. Then a 9 would have a tall. There it is. 5-4-9. There's a yo. 9-4-4-7. So look at the difference. Roll number 25 was a 7. Roll number 2 was a 7. 23 tosses. Should have been a few more 7s in that if there was no influence involved. Alright, so 25 was a 7. Then we got 26. Got a 10, 8, 10, 6-4, 5-3, 6-4, 4-2-6, 4-2-6, 6-5 yo again. 3-1-4, hard 4, 2-1-3, 4-2-6, 3 7s. You're missing, according to what we would normally see, some 7s. Actually, so some of you might think this is a little bit of a, let's see what he's got here. Shooter 3. At 11 rolls, I guess. Shooter 2, 23 rolls. Shooter 1 had 2 rolls. It's not quite random. It's not quite probability of random, I guess. So, I'm going to say kudos for the effort. You had 3 shooters, 36 rolls. You had an SRR of 12, which is a 7 to rolls ratio. My God, I'd take that any day. I mean, you can get an SRR of 12. You can make some money. You can get an SOR of 8.33. I'm not a fan of that calculation, but a lot of people are. 7's out ratio, 8.33. So that little exercise kind of makes me want to think. In fact, I don't even have to kind of about it. There was influence in the way those dice were done, in my opinion. You got a hard way set trying to be pushed with equal force off the wall just till they drop. They drop down, and almost with very few exceptions, they landed on the front side, away from the wall, bounced back to the wall, and then they kind of scattered down. There's a few errant ones in there. I get it. I saw those. We talked about it. See if he's got another slide or anything that he wants to put up here. Yep. Way below on the 7s. Let's look at that. He had 6 4s. That's way over the probability. He had 6 8s, a little over probability. 10s were high. Yo's were definitely high. Right on with the 12s, right on with the aces. Over on the 3, under on the 5, under on the 6. You would almost expect those to be more in that pyramid shape of those yellow lines. But they're not. Any more slides coming? I'm going to let it run out and see before we close this reaction video out. Guess that's it. All right. Oh, we got there's my buddy Sideshow. I thought that was a porn flick jumping up there. All right, we'll catch him on another day. I was too slow, and that's kind of funny. All right. Thank y'all for watching this little short reaction video. You may or may not see what I saw. You may see something totally different. You may see total 100% chaos and random. I saw some influence on those dice. In fact, I know I saw some influence because they were hitting the table the same way, coming back to the wall the same way. Hitting the alligators and then kind of scattering out. Not a bad representation of what influence can look like. His bell curve, if you will, on the statistical norms versus what was actually rolled. Now we all know, you flip a penny 100 times, it's not going to be 50-50, but it's going to be close. So here we go. Another reaction video for you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have a great and wonderful week. Happy holidays coming up soon. Practice like you play like you practice. Go roll to win.